Alright, hello. Welcome back to Major Minor. It's been a bit. The third episode was a bit of a hassle to edit. So I took a small, tiny couple day break, but now I'm back and we're gonna, conclude chapter 1. I think this is probably the best part of chapter 1, actually, not just because it's the end of it. So, let's continue here. Ugh. You should load save. Yes, I do. So, now we're back in the hotel room. We were busy with Jade and her stupid zero escape autism, so it looks amazing on the inside. It's the biggest hotel room I've ever seen.
This place is huge. If you pictured a fancy Japanese hotel, this is exactly what it'd be in your head. It even has a kotatsu. Not that I'm cold or anything, but at least they prepared it all.
He must have been checking it out while I was outside. I guess he's got a little head start at everything.
I already had a shock in the hot tub. It was heavenly. I can't get over how great this place is. It's top tier, that's for sure. Let's turn on the TV and see what's on. I love weird Japanese game shows.
He scurries over to the table and grabs the remote. For a moment, he looks confused. I guess the buttons on the remote are in Japanese. I see him find a big red button and press it, and then Nagasaki happens. No, I'm joking. Sure enough, the TV turns on. I suppose some things are universal between cultures. He sits on the floor and motions for me to join him. Oh shit. It seems like there's a big news report going on. I see crime scene tape, and then I look at the time. Now I know what's going on. Another midnight death? A news reporter appears on the screen. He seems distraught, maybe even scared. Fukumoto here, reporting live from Tokyo. I have some, distressing news. Give me a moment here. Confirming. And he looks off the screen for a few moments and nods. It's as if he's talking to somebody on the scene. He holds the microphone away from himself. Whatever he's talking about must be unsafe to hear. Sorry, it'll just take a while longer. I'm sorry for interrupting your program. I don't think they'd interrupt anyone's program with, like, a murder or anything. This would just be on, like, the news channel, but okay. It'll resume as soon as this is over. He looks away from the camera again. Same direction. This is Fukumoto wears a face of shock all of a sudden. It's like he's been given horrible news. Yeah, look, the smile on his heterochromatic eyes and all that is really, truly a look of shock. It's now being confirmed to me. Another victim of the Midnight Deaths. Their body was discovered just moments ago. He lets out an audible gulp and continues. I'm not sure how to go about saying this, but it's with a heavy heart that I... Heavy heart? Oh no, this must not be an ordinary victim. Yeah, it's a victim of the Midnight Deaths, so not fucking ordinary. Okay. He cuts himself off, taking a gulp before he continues. It's Klace, the pop idol, recently in Tokyo to launch his new tour, but now a victim of these senseless deaths. I think what kills me is the fact that the sprites don't change. And just you see Killa just sitting there fucking smiling like an evil fucker. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So yeah, Klace is dead. Thank god. He's irrelevant, I guess. Oh. An earlier time, in the throne room of Velasco is the immortal king. Who are you? Oh, it's the king. Okay, this is confusing. What voice do I want to give him? History repeats itself. At least, that's what they say, right? We make our mistakes and learn from them. I cannot say, my lord. I am merely mortal. I live a short life with many mistakes. I'll be gone before history can repeat. But you have the wisdom of millennia, something I am not lucky enough to hold. Were it a statement, I would agree, but you posed a question, and one I have no right to answer. There's no need to apologize. I was simply thinking aloud, though it may relate to Player somewhat. He's gaining quite the following. Rightly so. He has the charisma, enough to bend anyone to his will. I mean, it's because, it's not even that he has the charisma, it's just, he's actually right. Like, I don't, even if the cause is as foolish as his, it's not foolish, it sounds logical enough to me. I mean, it's not like he's completely saying fuck immigrants. He's saying, oh, we have overpopulation problem, we can't take in any more immigrants. So, I don't know what you're doing, trying to paint him as the bad guy for. Yes, what a foolish cause it is. The last time someone sought severance, well, the only thing severed was their head. It is a costly and dangerous desire. What the fuck, dude? You seem a bit morbid. Just a joke, of course, though I forgot about your career. You know, assassination, even though you haven't ever assassinated anyone before. I'll try not to joke about it. How is your protege coming along? You mean Conrad? You mean Colgate? He's conflicted. Sometimes he thinks our methods are harsh, even though he has yet to kill anyone just yet. Perhaps he might even think that they are wrong. But I was the same. I would give it my time, my lord. He will become someone of great importance. By the way, Emdian or whoever emo here is lying. Colgate doesn't become very important at all. Very well, I trust in the both of you. You will expose Lord Player quite swiftly. You will cancel Lord Player quite swiftly. And so, my reign will go unhindered. Yeah, but don't you understand, Velasquez, if you cancel Player, eventually they're gonna try to cancel you back because the Twitter crowd doesn't easily stay down with you and your stupid dreadlock hair. Of course, my lord. The player is not the topic of today. There is a matter of much greater importance. I hope they meant importance and not import, because that just looks kind of dumb. Is something wrong, my lord? No, it is the opposite, in fact. My opening of terror to immigrants, it was for a very specific reason. There are those who would disagree with me, and I would as well if I were unaware. The truth of this matter is quite secretive. Truth? You aren't doing this for charity. It's a welcome side effect, to be honest, but my intent wasn't to take in so many. I only sought the arrival of one person. The Savior. Yo, Lightning returns? Holy shit. Damn, Lightning looks like that? The Savior? Yes, I open our borders solely for them, but so far, they have not come. And what might we need saving from? It cannot be a lack of resources. Lord Player's fooling everyone with that. Indeed it is not, but my lips are sealed. Only know that they are needed urgently. I will require your help, however. I've learned of something recently. A method that may expedite their travel. I am all ears, my lord. I finally pinpointed their location. A trusted source has found the Savior. They reside on a planet called Earth. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I know, Lightning... Well, I mean, this kind of... If I wish Lightning was the Savior in this game, because she did go to Earth at the end of Lightning Returns, that would have been funny. For a very specific reason, Emo. Earth is not connected to any other world. It is what I call an untouched planet. Such a thing exists? Only when you have something to hide, or in this case, something to shelter. How can I help? It seems Earth is beyond anyone's reach. I am happy to assist, but I seem unable to. Gladly, that is not the case. That trusted source I mentioned earlier, they've come up with a means to reach Earth. A means to retrieve the Savior. Retrieve, my lord? Yes, like a thief in the night. Yeah, you're supposed to work in the shadow in the night, and this task will fall solely to you. There is no one else I can trust. I am honored. What must be done? You must perform a ritual. You see, I don't understand why exactly they gave the job to a shitty assassin group that hasn't assassinated anybody yet, but okay. Meanwhile, I guess we're back with Killa, and Killa and I remain frozen in fear. We watch in horror as the TV displays a gruesome image. We see a body bag being loaded into an ambulance. It drives away without its siren wailing. That means... no, it can't be. It just can't. Suddenly everything comes crashing down. There'd be no more world tour. Would we be sent back home? Will we become so immediate hotshots? Killa's jaw appears just inches away from the floor. I like how our main character is such an asshole that he's more upset about not being able to stay in Japan rather than someone dying, but I suppose in the case because it was Klace that died, I don't really blame him. I'd be more upset about going back home too. I can tell he's fighting tears off with fervent effort, with his beautiful glassy stained green eyes and the buck-toothed smile. He seems to be unable to form a coherent sentence. I reach out to comfort him and... I can't move. Nani? I know this feeling by now. I've experienced it several times today. On the train right here. I'm about to be visited. By the Velvet Room. I mean by him. It is an interesting thing, isn't it? Life is such a frail force, while death is infinitely more powerful. Some would hope it's the other way around. To watch your world fade away, like a small fly being swatted on the wall. Just like that, someone can die. Yeah, I guess. No one is above death, just as no one is below life. I've had enough of his cryptic speeches. I deserve some answers and to make that very clear. Thankfully, I'm able to move and speak again. You want answers? What is an answer exactly? A doorway to more questions, perhaps. Now he's just getting pretentious, but I sense some nervousness. Is he worried about something? Well, I mean, it's because he's fucking lying to you. It's like he's trying to stall. Well, I did promise you answers, but I cannot suspend this place for very long. Please come with me to the Velvet Room. Suspend? You'll have to grab my hand. A connection is required to do this. What about the first time? I spent a moment thinking before acting. Oh, come on now, grab my hand. If the suspension ends, you'll be trapped. You don't want to know what happens then. Well, I'm fairly sure in order to get the true ending, I have to trust him like a retard, even though he's completely lying to me, so I'll grab your hand. He seems happy, your accomplice. I reach out and grab his hand. I had no idea what he was planning, but I trusted him, especially if he was going to be giving me answers. I couldn't disobey him on the verge of the truth. And to give me a power like he implied he did, even though he's totally not bullshitting me, he had to trust me as well. This might hurt a little bit. He smirks at me as he snaps his fingers, this time using his free hand. Well, gee, I thought he snapped his fingers with the fucking, hand that he was using to grab my hand. God, dude, fuck, you didn't need to say that. And then, we're in the Ark, just like that. First and foremost, allow me to apologize. I feel as though you may be overwhelmed. It's not like me to take things so fast, but recently matters have become urgent. Furthermore, I will give you answers. I feel like you deserve that much. You were thrust in unusual circumstances. So I welcome you once more to the Ark, a place where you can relax and ponder, a place where you can collect yourself. Oh, a place where you could see, the souls of the consciousness or whatever. Fuck, man. Only a select few are allowed entry here. Those that I trust with my life. But not only that, with the lives of many. And you are the first in a very long time. Quit fucking lying, Igor wannabe. Fuck, dude, with your triangle eyes. With 90-degree angle looking ass. Holy shit. So you are free to relax. No danger will befall you here. Not as long as you are by my side. He inches closer to me, as if my safety increases with his proximity. So, about these answers you requested, I am willing to provide you with them, but I'll only answer one question. There are more important matters at hand. I would like it, though, if you thought carefully. I will not be vague or hide the truth. Yeah, you will, you fucking piece of shit. So make sure you ask what you truly want. You deserve it after what you've experienced, but there are far larger issues at hand. I fear the death of Klace is unimportant. I like how the game acknowledges that it's basically unimportant, and anything that goes on regarding it is just going to be filler episode shit. Ugh, unimportant? Well, that's an insult for sure, especially when someone just lost their life, but it's probably unwise to vocally contest him. Instead, I stop and think of what I should ask. But only one question. That's hardly fair. There was a veritable amount of them in my mind. Everything about today was an enigma, and much of it fell into the realm of the supernatural. He can't expect me to find closure from one question, unless that was the point. The ability to bend reality to my will. He's testing me. There had to be a way to get all the answers, and still adhere to the rule of one question. If this power was true, I could easily accomplish that. And I'm going to save my game. How long was this? I'll end it here, because I am tired as fuck, and I want to sleep. Also, I guess before I do go, do notice the true ending flags thing. This game is incredibly lazy. Basically, unless you get, like, you can't get the true ending without a certain number of these true ending flags. So, it's not really running on any complex system or anything. So, take that as you may. Also, I guess this is the beginning of Chapter 2, so we finished Chapter 1. Thank God. I want to kill myself. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful night or day. See you later.